From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Northeast Pennsylvania braces for what could be one of the worst floods in history. The governor has declared a level 1 emergency, the highest level of concern. Officials here locally say this is the real deal and urge everyone to listen to evacuation instructions and seek safe, higher land. The flood of 2011 has kept us very busy all day. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Almost 100,000 people have been evacuated from the Wilkes-Barre area, and flooding continues to be a big problem here in Greater Hazleton. Local schools, senior centers, and some area businesses closed their doors, and we have been getting cancellations into our newsroom all day. News 13's Nikki Kreis spent the morning outside and tells us why it's so important to listen to officials when they say stay indoors.
Severe flooding continues to plague the Keystone State. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett has declared a public health emergency, and the Susquehanna River has reached some of the highest levels in years. Here in Greater Hazleton, the flooding has also been extreme.
Right now, currently, there are some roads shut down in the municipalities. I know Psalms Road have barricades up, along with roadways going in through St. John's, coming off with the water coming over in Nescopec and that. But for the most part, the major thoroughfares, though, I believe, are opened up.
News 13 stopping by the Valley Regional Fire and Rescue Company this morning, where we found volunteer firefighters standing by, getting ready to help if needed. Luckily, in Butler Township, conditions have improved from yesterday. Don't get me wrong, there is still major flooding. Take a look at the Sleepy Hollow development. The water isn't as high as Wednesday, but it's still impossible to drive here. Our Sam Lassant Jr. captured this video at Beach Mountain this morning. Several driveways are flooded and people are taking the necessary precautions to stay safe. On Wednesday, we told you about the drastic flooding at Edgewood and the Pines Golf Course. When we stopped by today, we found a little less water, but still very wet conditions. And who could forget yesterday's water rescue in Nesco Manor? The area is still flooded today, but the water has gone down significantly. Route 924 in Hazel Township is down to one lane. The road was closed for most of the day. And you can see behind me the parking lot at Hazleton Area High School is completely empty. Even though it's only the second week of school, classes were canceled for today in the Hazleton Area School District. Safety is the district's #1 priority, but what you may not realize is other factors also led to the decision.
With a rather mass evacuation scenario occurring in Wilkes-Barre, there is the possibility that they may need some of our buildings to house folks, and an even greater possibility that they may need some of our school buses to transport those folks out of the evacuation areas.
District officials have not yet said if the schools will close on Friday, but Dr. Francis Antonelli tells me they review information from the National Weather Service, PennDOT, and EMA before they make a decision.
We also send out our folks to do field assessments of road conditions and weather conditions throughout the entire district, and it is a sprawling district that encompasses about 250 square miles in the 3 contiguous counties.
The Luzerne County EMA has advised you to stay off the roads. Local officials stress just how important that is.
Do what they say. I mean, EMA has put the road advisories out. They close roads down for reasons. When you go travel through this water that's lying on the roads, do you truly know how deep it is? Do you know what the road conditions are like underneath the water? You're putting yourself in risk, putting yourself in danger, and inevitably you're putting us in danger because the rescuers are going to have to come out and actually pull you from your vehicles or whatever.
Stay safe and stay dry. I'm Nikki Kreis for News 13.
As Nikki mentioned, travel is nearly impossible in some parts of Greater Hazleton and, of course, up north. Interstate 80 is shut down at the I-81 junction, and with flooding in the Nescopec area, some folks are stranded here. The Hazleton chapter of the American Red Cross is helping travelers who have nowhere to go. The office on Susquehanna Boulevard has been set up as a disaster services center. The facility will be open 24 hours a day until the interstates are open again. Officials with the Red Cross want to stress to everyone to be prepared for the worst.
Make some plans that if you would have to leave your home,
If they have relatives, friends, families out of the area that you can go to, certainly, make those arrangements ahead of time. And listen to what the media is saying and what the emergency management folks are saying.
We're told that drivers are being led to the Humboldt Industrial Park and tractor trailers are being parked there. People are welcome to come to the Hazleton chapter of the Red Cross for assistance and a safe place to stay. Many roadways are closed to all traffic, including some in our immediate area, along with parts of Interstate 81 and Interstate 80 throughout the Berwick and Bloomsburg exit areas. PennDOT warns motorists not to drive across roads covered with water because the water may be deeper than it looks, and to never drive around barricades or signs on closed roads. Basically, turn around, don't drown. Motorists are also advised traffic signals may not be functioning due to power outages and are asked to use extreme caution at intersections. Motorists can check road conditions on more than 2,900 miles of state roads by calling 511 or by visiting www.511pa.com. Now, 511PA is free and available 24 hours a day. The website also provides video from 500 traffic cameras set up around the Keystone State. Regional Twitter alerts are also available on the 511PA website. Now, as of 6 o'clock this morning, Luzerne County issued a mandatory evacuation for all municipalities that border the Susquehanna River. Officials and weather experts are comparing it to the Agnes flood of 1972. Anyone who was affected by Agnes needs to evacuate. Everyone was first told to be out by 8 o'clock tonight, but it was moved up to 4 this afternoon because of rapid rising river, and that evacuation is now in effect. An hour ago, PPL began shutting down power in the Wilkes-Barre flood zone. News 13 talked with Commissioner Chair Mary Ann Petrilla, who was stationed at the EMA Center all day. She remains there tonight. Petrilla says officials are preparing for the worst as reports from the National Weather Service continue to come in.
The river is expected to crest around 8 p.m. tonight at 41 feet. The levee system is built to sustain 41 feet, so we are very, very concerned. As one news reporter put it to me, this is the real deal, and this is a very urgent situation here in Wilkes-Barre. Right now, we're at the EMA Center where we are coordinating the evacuation, mainly getting assistance for those people who have disabilities, those people who have transportation needs, whatever the case may be. Just coordinating the evacuation and making sure that that goes smoothly. As one evacuation center fills up, we're making sure that we get some more opened. And we have a team here nationwide. We have the Army Corps of Engineers, we have the National Guard, we have the Red Cross, we have FEMA, PEMA, we have people from as far out as Montgomery County near Philadelphia coming up to offer assistance. The big problem we're having right now is the people that are just going over the rivers and stopping to take pictures. They are causing major traffic problems, and we've just issued a request that the state police go out and ticket anyone who is doing that because of the problems that they're causing for motorists who are trying to evacuate. The centers are taking pets, and people need to be reminded that if they are leaving their homes, they need to bring their medications with them. We're anticipating that should we have a major flood, they will not be getting back into their homes for at least 3 days. Even the people down in your viewing area, down in the Butler Township area, they have some creeks that cause flooding, and they really need to protect their valuables, move them up to the higher levels of the floor, and get out because it's going to keep rising for several more hours, maybe 12.
Now, Petrilla says once the water recedes, then officials will assess the damage. We're told that 911 has been receiving numerous calls and is directing people to dial the Emergency Management Center. Call 1-800-821-3716 with questions or problems. They are even taking care of transportation issues and any medical needs. Now, Congressman Lou Barletta and Senator John Udechak are both very concerned for the people they serve. Congressman Barletta has returned home to Hazleton from Washington, D.C. He's working with local, state, and federal officials during this crisis. He was in Wilkes-Barre this afternoon. Barletta encourages all residents to listen to their local emergency management officials and obey all mandatory evacuation orders. Senator Udechak has been in close contact with Congressman Barletta and other lawmakers and says he's ready to work as a team with them to come to the public's aid and provide whatever assistance is necessary. He invites any of his constituents in need of help to call his office. That number is 570-740-2434. Well, damage caused by this week's heavy rain has forced the Diocese of Scranton to temporarily close a Hazleton church. Because of water damage to part of the ceiling over the choir loft of St. Stanislaus Church on Carson Street, the church will be temporarily closed for safety reasons. During the closure, all of St. Stanislaus weekday and weekend masses will be celebrated at St. Cyril and Methodius Parish in St. Joseph's Church on Laurel Street. This includes the regular weekday mass at 7:30 in the morning, the Saturday mass at 5:30 in the afternoon, and the Sunday mass at 9:45. The regular mass schedule for St. Joseph's Church will also continue. All right, coming up live at 5, when will the rain end and will we see clear skies in time for Fun Fest? We'll check in on the forecast, and also ahead tonight, a truck carrying ammonia flipped over in an accident that closed down a ramp to 81 for hours Wednesday night.
Stay tuned for great local programming all night long right here on SSP TV. At 7 o'clock, it's the Sam Wilson Show. Join Sam as he talks with Elaine Collins. 7:30 is Feeling Good. Join host Dr. Joe Pafil and Debbie Losan as they discuss chiropractic care and total body wellness. 8 o'clock is a broadcast of the Sam Wilson Show, and at 8:30, it's all around the town. Join News 13 SSP TV as we visit local businesses and showcase their products and specialties. It's like shopping from home. If you want to promote your business and share it with our thousands of viewers, call us today at 455-7267. 9 o'clock is Inside Scoop. Political analysts Rick Morelli, Mike DeCosto, and Dr. Dave Sosar talk politics on a local and a national level. And at 9:30 is another episode of All Around the Town. And don't forget about the rebroadcast of our news at 6, 10, and 11:30.
You're watching News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Hello, senior citizens of the Greater Hazleton Area. As your state representative, it is part of my job to keep you informed about the many state programs designed to help you and improve your quality of life. With that in mind, I am hosting a Senior Expo on Thursday, September 15th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hazleton Laurel Mall. The expo will feature exhibitors who will provide information on benefits and services available to senior citizens in Pennsylvania. In addition, a special appearance of the Department of Veterans Affairs Mobile Veterans Center will be stationed outside the mall this year. Admission to the Senior Expo is free. The Senior Expo is an opportunity for you and your family to get important information on the many programs available to you. I hope this event will spread the word about these programs and services and will help older residents improve their quality of life. For more information about the Senior Expo or any other state-related matter, please call my district office at 570-453-1344. I look forward to seeing you at the Senior Expo on September 15th. Thank you.
Meet Al D'Alessio and the friendly D'Alessio family of general vending. They're the good guys who make sure you have great coffee service at work. Plus, a full line of vending machines. Everybody loves the honest, dependable, good guys from general vending. On the job with the very best vending and coffee service 24 hours a day. Give them a call, 454-4693. 46 years of good guy service. That's general vending.
One place that's always hit hard by flooding, Knoebels Amusement Park in Eliasburg. And once again, the hot spot for fun wasn't spared by Mother Nature. Just take a look at these dramatic pictures of the park from yesterday and from earlier today. Food stands almost completely waterlogged. Walkways are now waterways. Some rides are hidden by the mix of murking rain and creek water. On the park's website is a message. On the front page, it said, "We have suffered extensive flooding from Tropical Storm Lee. The waters are beginning to recede, but there's a lot of work to be done. The park will not be open this weekend, September 10th and 11th. And it went on to say they will keep everyone posted as to the status of the park. Will the rain ever stop? That is the question tonight. All of us here in Greater Hazleton saw some relief from Mother Nature today as the showers slowed down and some dry spots as well. But there's still wet weather in the forecast at least through Friday. As we take a look at some ducks, probably the only ones enjoying the weather out there. We'll see a thunderstorm possible throughout the evening as the rain continues with a low down to 59. Now for your Friday, it will be cloudy and a 40% chance of rain. So the steady rainfall is going to go away and we'll have just a chance of some rain showers, high up to 72 for your Friday. Tonight's forecast live at 5 brought to you by Valmont Auto Sales, 501-2626. They're on Route 93 in West Hazleton. And the big question of the day today from a lot of people is FunFest still on? Well, of course FunFest is still on. It's rain or shine, and that's the bottom line. That's what I kept telling everybody today. So Donna Palermo, president of the Chamber of Commerce in Greater Hazleton, joins us, and Judy Ann McGrogan, who is the executive director of FunFest. And we're going to kind of get rid of all the rumors, and we're going to put them all to rest. And Donna, I'm going to start with you. As we said, you know, it's going strong, 33 years, and it's going to go as planned.
Yes. We actually had a meeting today, emergency meeting of the FunFest Committee and the Chamber Board of Directors, some of our officers, to discuss the situation. And overwhelmingly, everyone said, let's go ahead. We had the mayor there, Mayor Yannuzzi was there, Chief of Police of Hazleton, our fire chief. We had confirmation from Chief Buglio from West Hazleton, who all said that it is not a problem here in Hazleton, in Greater Hazleton, and they gave their blessing, go ahead. There's no emergencies that they have been called out to as of yet, and hopefully that still remains. But we have to go forward. This is a year-long event, preparation, a year-long preparation. And our concerns really are nonprofits. This is some of them, their largest fundraising activity for the year. Food preparation has already taken place for many of these, and they're prepared. So we're ready to go. We spoke to PennDOT, even though they weren't able to continue work this week on the corridor project. They're tightening up all of their loose ends, and we'll make it happen.
Okay, very good. And of course, it's going to go on as planned, and it's going to be just as much fun as it always is. But in the back of our minds, we're going to keep those who are being affected by this flood.
One of the things that came out of our meeting today was that we are going to have a special collection of items to help those in the flood zones. We're assisting the Red Cross, so we're looking for items, non-perishable foods, blankets, cots, monetary donations so that they could buy what is needed for the people who are affected. So we are going to have a collection set up in FunFest headquarters at the Chamber office. We're also going to have collections at our indoor venues, the Poets tomorrow night, the Marine Corps in the Philharmonic. So we're encouraging people to drop off some non-perishable items, monetary, always welcome, but throughout the weekend we're going to do something to help those who are really affected with the flooding.
Right, so we're going to keep the victims of this tragedy in the back of our heads while we continue to keep the victims of 9/11 and our heroes from 9/11, our local heroes here at home in the back of our heads. So Judy Ann, FunFest as a go, and you guys continue to prepare for the fun weekend.
That's right, we're ready to go. Our committee, and I think that I was really happy with the committee today. They all came out. A lot of them have jobs and had a tough time getting there, but they showed up for that meeting and they expressed their opinion that they've worked hard for this and they want to go ahead with it. We have had two situations in the past where severe weather has caused us to either postpone events or to move them indoors.
Right.
And we're prepared to do that if we absolutely have to. Right now we're keeping our fingers crossed that the weather's going to be nice enough that we won't have to. So we're going to go ahead with that. As Donna said, there are so many people that make preparations to be part of FunFest, and most of them are from the Hazleton area. Obviously, we have a lot of visitors who come to the Hazleton area, and we're not saying that anybody should take a chance if the roads are bad or anything to try and get here. But for the people of Hazleton who really look forward to this as an end of summer celebration, we wanted to go ahead with it. In addition to the fact that we have planned all these events related to our theme, which is celebrating America's heroes, and to the 9/11 remembrance. So we wanted to be able to go ahead with those as well. So as far as we're concerned, everything's a go, and we're going to go ahead with it. And we have our full schedule of events on our website so that people could take a look at that and see what's going on.
All right, and it starts Saturday morning at 11 a.m., right?
10
a.m. All right, on Broad Street. Very good. And of course, we have to talk about, or we can't forget about the Poets on Friday night, which is kind of the kickoff of the whole thing. All right, Saturday night fireworks, Sunday parade at 3 o'clock.
Right.
And don't forget your donations of whatever you can spare, even monetary, for the victims of this flood to give to the American Red Cross so they can assist them. Donna, Judy Ann, thanks so much for being here, and we will see you for all the fun this weekend.
Okay, thanks.
Alrighty. Up on your screen now, your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played, everyone. Your daily number, 453, Big 42456, Quinto 87166, and Treasure Hunt 3571217. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's your lineup for Friday. Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A happy 50th anniversary to Frank and Catherine Gorga of Cartersville. They celebrate this tomorrow. This wish comes with love from Teresa, Peter, and your godson, Daniel. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The 22nd Annual Hegan's Art and Crafts Fair. This will be on September 17th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Located at the Hegan's Park on Route 25, just off I-81, exit 112. Come see 200 selected craftsmen from PA and neighboring states. For more information, please call 570-682-9541. And the 4th Annual Leave Instant Generation to Generation Dance. This will be on Sunday, September 25th from 1 to 5 p.m. Located at Genetti's in Wilkes-Barre. Come out for an afternoon of music, dance, and fun. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Dolores Santorowski of Hazleton. A massive Christian burial will be held Saturday at 10 a.m. from the parish of St. Cyril and Methodius at the Church of St. Joseph. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. John Elwood Fagan of Hazleton. The funeral will be on Saturday at 9:15 a.m. from the Boyle Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. and on Saturday from 8:30 to 9:15 a.m. Stephen A. Chico of Mountain Grove. A memorial mass will be held Saturday at 10 a.m. from the St. John Bosco Church. Magdalene Urick of Harley. A memorial mass will be on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the St. John's Byzantine Catholic Church. And Philip E. Gerhardt, formerly of Weatherly. The Mets Mortuary is handling the arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111.
The best thing about LASIK for me is the freedom that it gives me. I don't have to rely on glasses and contacts to be able to see.
It's like being reborn again with brand new eyeballs.
I'm appreciative every day when I wake up that I can see I don't have to wear the glasses.
The best thing about LASIK vision is that I can wrestle with this little guy right here, and he won't knock my glasses off my face.
To schedule your free LASIK consultation, call Bucci Laser Vision at 1-877-DR-BUCCI.
If you struggle with obesity, you know how difficult life can be, but there is help. The fully accredited Northeast Bariatric Center offers 3 surgical alternatives for weight loss, including the newest, minimally invasive sleeve procedure.
Improve your health and enjoy quality time with your family and friends. Just visit our website for more information or to check dates and times for our monthly informational session. You have a lot to gain by losing.
Is anyone ready when you are? How about your doctor or lawyer, your contractor, husband or kids? Is their time really more valuable than yours? We don't think so. The Wire Guys always have time for you. For lighting or a standby generator, we're there. Wiring upgrade or renovations, no problem. New appliances or media room, we're ready to hook you up. Call us for an immediate appointment. We won't make you wait and everything's guaranteed.
The Wire Guys!
Buy right the first time at Independence Toyota. Our summer sizzler sale is going on now. Choose from over 80 pre-owned vehicles in stock starting at just $4,999. Includes complimentary maintenance, 1-year oil changes, and roadside assistance. And remember, if you don't see this on the back of your new Toyota, you probably paid too much. Located on the Airport Beltway across from Walmart Hazleton.
And welcome back, everyone. We're going to continue talking about Fun Fest and the entertainment part of Fun Fest. A local band that's going to be playing is the Sterling Cuck Band, and I am told that Sterling Cuck's a legend around here. Now, I'm not from here, so I'm interested to hear him and hear more about him. Gene Bubula is part of that band. They're going to be kicking off their very first local appearance at Fun Fest. Gene, thanks for coming on.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about your band and about Sterling Cuck, because as I said, I'm told this guy's like a legend in the music world here.
He's well known in the area. I've played with him in the past a while ago.
Okay.
And right now we're doing the blues. He has an album out, Slide Ruler, and picked up on a Chicago label, which is, I think it's, and I hope I don't get it wrong, Sterling. It's High Tones.
Yep, you got that
Okay.
right.
And hopefully things are going to work out great.
Great. You guys are kicking off at Fun Fest Sunday night, 5 to 7. You're on the main stage at Broad and Wyoming Streets here. So tell me a little bit about what people can expect from your group. You know, obviously Sterling's talented. You're very talented. You've been in numerous, bands and musical groups around the area for many years. So tell me a little bit about that.
A lot of blues. It's original stuff.
Okay.
It's just a good time.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to it. He's the Slide Ruler album, which is what we're out supporting.
Right.
Is also going to be re-released by High Tones.
Okay.
They picked up on it, so they're going to be in charge of the distributions.
Okay.
We're just looking to play and have a good time.
Right, absolutely. So again, it's 5 to 7 on Sunday night, and I know it's Sterling, yourself, and 2 other musicians, right?
John is on drums, and Jim is the other guitar player.
All right, cool. And also, you guys, after Fun Fest, you have another appearance scheduled, and that's in October in Pottsville, right?
Brewfest?
Brewfest.
Yes, I have to think about it.
Schuylkill Brewfest, October 15th. You guys are going to be playing there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's sponsored by Yingling.
Okay.
And I think it's one price. You get in 3 bands. We're one of them. And again, that's all day long, good time.
Blues, and more blues. All right, very excited to see you guys. I'm going to stop down on Sunday night and listen to you for a little bit.
Great.
5 to 7. Anything else you want to tell like the people watching at home to encourage them to come out and to enjoy your music?
It's always a good thing to support live music. I know there's not very many places around here to play anymore, but any chance you get, yeah.
Right, to support live music and also local musicians.
Right.
All right, very good. And Gene, thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it. We'll see you Sunday night.
Sunday afternoon?
Sunday afternoon, 5 to 7. Same difference. All right, Gene, thanks so much.
Sure.
We'll see you then. Good luck with the show. Well, before you dance your night away Sunday with the Sterling Cuck Band, fill your bellies at a big breakfast. It's tradition to stop by Catholic Social Services in Hazleton for its annual Fun Fest breakfast on Saturday. 4 lucky viewers will have the chance to win some free pancakes, scrambled eggs, coffee, and more. Thanks to Catholic Social Services, the 3rd and 5th, if you're listening to me out there in the newsroom, girls, 3rd and 5th callers will win a pair of tickets. Just call 459-9813 during the Live at 5 newscast only. And if you don't win, you can always buy a ticket. All of the money goes right back into Catholic Social Services. So make sure you come out and support this great organization. I'm laughing because Gene's sitting next to me dialing into News 13 right now, trying to win the breakfast tickets. Good luck, Gene. All right, more on the September floods are coming up next, live at 5:30. A mandatory evacuation is now in effect for low-lying areas in the Wyoming Valley. We have the latest river level projections as the Susquehanna inches to the top of the levees. Make sure you stay with us.
J-Bell, a trusted name in jewelry since 1916.
J-Bell's Add-a-Section bracelet is a gift that grows more precious with time. Select a stylish starter or partial bracelet for your special occasion. For each birthday, anniversary, and holiday thereafter, add another section. The look, feel, and quality are incomparable, meaning your J-Bell bracelet will truly last for generations.
Show her you love her time and again. Stop by Howard's Jewelers in the Laurel Mall in West Hazleton to see our complete selection of J-Bell Add-a-Section bracelets.
Savings of the Green Sale event is now in progress. Experience tomorrow's technology today with Earthwise vinyl windows and doors installed by Just Windows and much, much more. Saving energy daily translates into saving money, and saving Mother Earth for tomorrow's generations of homeowners is priceless. So take the leap to more eco-friendly homes with an environmentally friendly windows and doors from Just Windows and much, much more.
Ashley, you forgot about free estimates.
Come on, man. Call today for a free estimate. Tell them Ashley sent you.
Hey everyone, here's what's going on at the Hollywood Diner this week. Thursday, $2 domestic drafts 9 to 11 with 35-cent wings and open mic night with Dynamic Blue. Friday is Kevin Riley 8 to 12 with Long Island iced teas just $4. And Saturday, $3 well drinks 9 to 11 with Cartoon Inside 10 to 1. Check out the new menu by Drew Audition this weekend. It comes out. Stop by the Hollywood Diner where everyone is treated like a star.
I'll tell you of a kingdom from another place and time.
A land where you can go to leave your troubles far behind.
A world of mirth and merriment where magic fills the air. A kingdom called the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. So bring your friends and family and cast away your cares. Let's all of us be merry at the Renaissance Fair.
Discount coupons for participating Burger King locations. Visit PARenfair.com.
Anyone can make a phone call. What's important is who's on the other end. We've been doing injury law for more than 35 years. It's what we do most. It's what we do best. It's what we do every day. So if you're hurt and want a lawyer who does nothing but injury law every day, there's no reason to call anyone else.
Call Velo Law, Injury Lawyers.
When your car has seen her last mile, you want to make sure her old parts and fluids go here and not here. At Harry's U-Pull-It, we dispose of your old car parts the right way, recycling every piece possible. From parts to fluids, when you bring your old car to Harry's, you'll know that our state-of-the-art system is keeping your footprint as green as possible. Harry's U-Pull-It.
Thousands ordered to get out and to get out fast. As the rain continued to fall, the water continued to rise, and fear of losing homes and belongings grew stronger amongst residents in NEPA. We continue tonight live at 5:30 with the very latest on the raging waters.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hello again, everyone. Thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. The rain may have slowed or stopped for now, but the amount of rainfall that was left behind is what has sparked Governor Tom Corbett to issue a level 1 state of emergency for Pennsylvania. The Susquehanna, just north of us in the Wilkes-Barre area, is expected to crest at about 40.7 feet. Floodgates protect up to 41 feet. For many, the Agnes flood is fresh in their minds now. Flooding, power outages, roads washed away, and also health concerns. The governor said in a news conference it's not only important for residents being affected by the rising waters to not only seek higher ground and evacuate, but to stay away from the flooding waters. It should be considered toxic and a health hazard. There are approximately 1,200 National Guard troops now deployed into the hardest hit areas, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency is working closely with Pennsylvania officials, keeping an eye on the impending flooding that is expected to be tragic for so many in our area. Almost 100,000 people have been evacuated from the Wilkes-Barre area and flooding continues to be a big problem here in parts of Greater Hazleton. Local schools, senior centers, and some area businesses closed their doors, and we have been getting cancellations into our newsroom all day. News 13's Nikki Kreis spent the morning outside and tells us why it's so important to listen to officials when they say either stay inside or get out.
Severe flooding continues to plague the Keystone State. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett has declared a public health emergency, and the Susquehanna River has reached some of the highest levels in years. Here in Greater Hazleton, the flooding has also been extreme.
Right now, currently, there are some roads shut down into municipalities. I know Psalms Road has barricades up, along with roadways going in through St. John's, coming off with the water coming over to Nescopeck and that. But for the most part, the major thoroughfares, though, I believe, are opened up.
News 13 stopping by the Valley Regional Fire and Rescue Company this morning, where we found volunteer firefighters standing by, getting ready to help if needed. Luckily, in Butler Township, conditions have improved from yesterday. Don't get me wrong, there is still major flooding. Take a look at the Sleepy Hollow development. The water isn't as high as Wednesday, but it's still impossible to drive here. Our Sam Lassant Jr. captured this video at Beach Mountain this morning. Several driveways are flooded and people are taking the necessary precautions to stay safe. On Wednesday, we told you about the drastic flooding at Edgewood and the Pines Golf Course. When we stopped by today, we found a little less water, but still very wet conditions. And who could forget yesterday's water rescue in Nesco Manor? The area is still flooded today, but the water has gone down significantly. Route 924 in Hazel Township is down to one lane. The road was closed for most of the day. And you can see behind me the parking lot at Hazleton Area High School is completely empty. Even though it's only the second week of school, classes were canceled for today in the Hazleton Area School District. Safety is the district's #1 priority, but what you may not realize is other factors also led to the decision.
With a rather mass evacuation scenario occurring in Wilkes-Barre, there is the possibility that they may need some of our buildings to house folks, and an even greater possibility that they may need some of our school buses to transport those folks out of the evacuation areas.
District officials have not yet said if the schools will close on Friday, but Dr. Francis Antonelli tells me they review information from the National Weather Service, PennDOT, and EMA before they make a decision.
We also send out our folks to do field assessments of road conditions and weather conditions throughout the entire district, and it is a sprawling district that encompasses about 250 square miles in the 3 contiguous counties.
The Luzerne County EMA has advised you to stay off the roads. Local officials stress just how important that is.
Do what they say. I mean, the EMA has put the road advisories out. They close roads down for reasons. When you go travel through this water that's lying on the roads, you truly know how deep it is. You know what the road conditions are like underneath the water. You're putting yourself in risk, putting yourself in danger, and inevitably you're putting us in danger because the rescuers are going to have to come out and actually pull you from your vehicles or whatever.
Stay safe and stay dry. I'm Nikki Kreis for News 13.
And as Nikki mentioned, travel is nearly impossible in some parts of Greater Hazleton. Interstate 80 is shut down at the Interstate 81 junction until at least noon tomorrow. And with flooding in the Nescopeck area, some folks are pretty much stranded here. The Hazleton chapter of the American Red Cross is helping travelers who have nowhere to go. The office on Susquehanna Boulevard has been set up as a disaster services center. The facility will be open 24 hours a day until the interstates are open again. Officials with the Red Cross want to stress to everyone to be prepared for the worst.
Make some plans that if you would have to leave your home, if they have relatives, friends, families out of the area that you can go to, certainly, make those arrangements ahead of time. And listen to what the media is saying and what the emergency management folks are saying.
Now we're told that drivers are being led to the Humboldt Industrial Park and tractor trailers are actually being parked there. People are welcome to come to the Hazleton chapter of the Red Cross for assistance and a safe place to stay. As of 6 o'clock this morning, Luzerne County issued a mandatory evacuation for all municipalities that border the Susquehanna River. Officials and weather experts are comparing it to the Agnes flood of 1972. Anyone who was affected by Agnes needs to get out. Everyone was first told to be out of their homes by 8 o'clock tonight, but it was moved up to 4 this afternoon because of the rapid rising river. and that evacuation is now in effect. An hour and a half ago, PPL began shutting down power in the Wilkes-Barre flood zone. News 13 talked with Commissioner Chair Mary Ann Petrilla, who's been stationed at the EMA Center all day. Petrilla says officials are preparing for the worst as reports from the National Weather Service continue to come in.
The river is expected to crest around 8 p.m. tonight at 41 feet. The levee system is built to sustain 41 feet, so we are very, very concerned. As one news reporter put it to me, this is the real deal, and this is a very urgent situation here in Wilkes-Barre. Right now we're at the EMA Center where we are coordinating the evacuation, mainly getting assistance for those people who have disabilities, those people who have transportation needs, whatever the case may be. Just coordinating the evacuation and making sure that that goes smoothly. As one evacuation center fills up, we're making sure that we get some more opened. And we have a team here nationwide. We have the Army Corps of Engineers, we have the National Guard, we have the Red Cross, we have FEMA, PEMA, we have people from as far out as Montgomery County near Philadelphia coming up to offer assistance. The big problem we're having right now is the people that are just going over the rivers and stopping to take pictures. They are causing major traffic problems, and we've just issued a request that the state police go out and ticket anyone who is doing that because of the problems that they're causing for motorists who are trying to evacuate. The centers are taking pets, and people need to be reminded that if they are leaving their homes, they need to bring their medications with them. We're anticipating that should we have a major flood, they will not be getting back into their homes for at least 3 days. Even the people down in your viewing area, down in the Butler Township area, they have some creeks that cause flooding, and they really need to protect their valuables, move them up to higher levels of the floor, and get out, because it's going to keep rising for several more hours, maybe 12.
All right, Petrilla says once the water recedes, then officials will assess the total damage. We're told that 911 has been receiving numerous calls and is directing people to dial the Emergency Management Center to keep those lines open for emergencies only, of course, at the 911 Center. Call 1-800-821-3716 with questions or problems. They are even taking care of transportation issues and any medical needs. Now, damage caused by this week's heavy rain has forced the Diocese of Scranton to temporarily close a Hazleton church. Because of water damage to part of the ceiling over the choir loft of St. Stanislaus Church on Carson Street, the church will be temporarily closed for safety reasons. During the closure, all of St. Stanislaus' weekday and weekend masses will be celebrated at St. Cyril and Methodius Parish in St. Joseph's Church on Laurel Street. All right, one place that's always hit hard by flooding, Knoebels Amusement Park in Elysburg. And once again, the hot spot for fun wasn't spared by Mother Nature. Just take a look at these dramatic pictures of the park from yesterday and earlier today. That's the entrance to Knoebels. Well, food stands almost completely waterlogged. Walkways are now waterways. Some rides are hidden by the mix of murky rain and creek water. On the park's website is a message right on the front page, and it said, "We have suffered extensive flooding from Tropical Storm Lee. The waters are beginning to recede, but there's a lot of work to be done. The park will not be open this weekend, September 10th and 11th. It went on to say they will keep everyone posted as to the status at the park. The rain may have stopped for now, but the water continues to rise in neighborhoods all over northeast and central PA. Has the storm passed us for good? Let's keep our fingers crossed. Well, more showers tonight, chance of a thunderstorm. We see the temp dipping down to 59 degrees. We head right to your 4-day outlook. Friday, the chance of some precipitation sticks around, but we may see the sun popping out. 72 will be our high. We'll dip down to 60 for your Friday. Saturday, we see a chance of a thunderstorm, but the sun is out. 73 is our high, a little cooler on your Saturday night at 55. Sunday, Monday, partly sunny skies. No sign of any rain right at this point. 69 Sunday, Monday, 72 degrees. Forecast brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming at 459-0310. That's the number to call to make an appointment today for your furry friend, so that furry friend can look just like Aaron, this terrier mix. Aaron is a client of the Lazy Dog, and your pup or kitty cat can be too. Again, that number, 459-0310. Total Lawn Care also bringing you tonight's forecast, 866-545-LAWN. Call for your free estimate today. And coming up live at 5:30, 911. 9/11, 10 years later. Sunday will be a time to remember that tragic day. News 13 checks out a special display at a local library and find out more about the controversial rental registration ordinance. Did Hazleton City Council approve the new set of regulations?
You're watching News 13 with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Hey, can you toss me that tape measure?
Here you go.
Woo! Still got it.
You got nothing! Yeah!
It's football season, and great deals are waiting for you at Burger Family Dealerships, like a new GMC 1500 regular cab 4x4 starting at $25,995. Plus, we'll pay more for your trade guaranteed, just off I-81 exit 145 Hazleton. Since 1921, drive with experience.
For all of your eye care needs, including routine, medical, surgical eye care, glasses or contact lenses, visit Dr. Thomas Gislin at Hazleton Eye Specialists. Ask about the 7-minute, no needle, no stitch, no patch cataract surgery, and LASIK and multi-lex procedures. We do diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma and dry eye syndrome. Dr. Kislin and his associates, Dr. Alexandria Wozmansky and Dr. Frank A. Bucci Jr., provide the highest level of medical and surgical eye care available, with eye care for all ages. Hazleton Eye Specialists, on the Airport Beltway in the Franklin Corporate Center.
When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
Well, a tractor trailer carrying liquefied ammonia crashed Wednesday afternoon on the Interstate 81 on-ramp in Klein Township, closing the roadway for about 9 hours. According to emergency workers, the truck driver was getting on I-81 South around 1:30 yesterday afternoon when he lost control while rounding a sharp left curve on the on-ramp. Now, the tractor trailer went off the road and flipped onto his right side. The truck driver was taken to a local hospital to be checked out. Firefighters from McAdoo Fire Company shut down both southbound on and off ramps to Interstate 81 because of the chance of 54,000 pounds of ammonia the trailer was carrying could leak. Now, representatives from Air Products in Rush Township, where the truck came from, were on location with firefighters to make sure that no ammonia had leaked out. State police at Frackville are investigating this crash, and thankfully, no ammonia leaked from this crash here in Klein Township. Well, it's something that has caused outcry from local landlords. We're talking about the controversial rental registration ordinance. The battle continued Wednesday night, and now there could be some changes made before it is passed into law. Council approved the ordinance for the second time, but held off on taking the final steps after hearing concerns from local landlords. The ordinance would basically crack down on rental properties by enforcing code and health regulations and also bringing in extra revenue into the city by charging certain fees. Halo, a local group made up of Hazleton landlords, showed up in force and were planning on taking legal action against the city if the law was passed. Members say they will hold off in filing an injunction for the time being. In the meantime, they plan on reviewing the ordinance and details of the law. Halo's fight with the city is based around good landlords having to pay for the bad landlords, which they say isn't fair. The landlords will now review the ordinance piece by piece and will meet with council members and the mayor to hopefully come to some kind of a happy medium.
Looking at what the landlords want, we really don't know. We want to see what their changes so Attorney Slessor can look at them and see if they can be implemented. But I think they want to see the full how we're going to actually go about going to someone's home, how we're going to find that out. And that is more of a procedural thing from administrative side. We're looking at this could be enforced, this ordinance, and there are many ordinances out that are doing that, and we're trying to find the best way to do that. We can't get in people's homes. The $5 ordinance is really not working. That really doesn't allow us to do very much. This one will allow us to go in and inspect. And again, We need an army of people. We can't afford it, so we need the fees to help us enforce this process. It's really a code issue and not a revenue generator.
I'm glad that the lines of communication are still open. I'm glad that Council was made aware of that there are still numerous issues with the ordinance that need to be addressed. And as far as we're going to move forward with the line of communication that's still open.
What do you propose? What suggestions would you have for the current ordinance, and what would you like to see?
There's too many things to be able to pinpoint one. We have every page has highlights on the side of it of things that need to be gone through and reviewed if this ordinance is going to pass for it to be a successful ordinance.
Also during Wednesday's City Council meeting, a concerned resident in the crowd asked Council and Mayor Joe Yanuzzi if the city's new video surveillance system is monitored by a police officer or a city employee at all or sometimes. Mayor Yanuzzi said it was not a monitored system, but it does record 24/7, so if a crime occurs in an area where a camera is located, the video can be reviewed and hopefully the crime can be solved, or clues can at least be provided to the police to help in that investigation. Now, Dan Basala was that resident who voiced his concerns and said he remembered there were some media reports stating that the system was monitored and asked why the public may have been misled. News 13 is looking into the camera controversy, and we'll have more on that coming up on News 13 in the coming days. All right, moving on tonight as we prepare to remember thousands of lives lost 10 years ago on September 11th, 2001 at the hands of terrorists. The Hazleton Area Public Library is showing its patriotism by honoring our local heroes. When you walk through the front doors of the library, you are greeted by a fitting memorial for the terrorist attacks of 9/11 and those who lost their lives, along with a fitting tribute to our local firefighters and emergency personnel. Various books written about the terrorist attacks, books about firefighting and firefighters, along with actual fire gear belonging to a local Hazleton City Fire Department, and patriotic pictures. Library officials wanted to do something to go along with the theme of this year's Fun Fest, which is celebrating America's heroes. This display, we're told, will be there all month. Stay with us tonight. We have the one and only Freddie B coming up next with sports. He talks about today's big washout. And also ahead, we recap all the flooding in our area and around the region. Stay with us.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in and win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Dominic Kalarin of drums. Dominic, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
When your car has seen her last mile, you want to make sure her old parts and fluids go here and not here. At Harry's U-Pull-It, we dispose of your old car parts the right way, recycling every piece possible. From parts to fluids, when you bring your old car to Harry's, you'll know that our state-of-the-art system is keeping your footprint as green as possible. Harry's U-Pull-It.
The top of the 80s is now serving Sunday breakfast from 8 to 12. Stop in this Sunday for these delicious morning meals.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, needless to say, rain and the situation in the Wyoming Valley have put a damper on a lot of the sporting events today, and as a matter of fact, through the rest of the weekend. We'll tell you more about that as we take a look at what we have. Now, first of all, Hazleton Area School District wants to point out that all extracurricular events, we're talking about games, contests, and practices, off today and tomorrow. That means nothing as far as the sporting activity scheduled today and tomorrow. Now, there aren't a lot of makeups to tell you about. Most of them are to be announced. Now, let's take a look at one high school event that did take place yesterday, and that would be volleyball. Hazleton Area, 3-1 winners over Weatherly. Megan Barenko had a big day, as you can see right there. So as of now, that's the last before the Storms came roaring in. Minor League Baseball, the playoffs started, and not a good night for the two teams that we follow and the two guys on those teams. We'll start with the AAA playoffs, where the Durham Bulls got handcuffed by Columbus. They had just 5 hits, no runs, got shut out 3-0. Russ Kanzler, 0 for 4 in the ball game. Meanwhile, Myrtle Beach, 4-1 winners over Kinston, and Kyle Landis got banged around a little bit. Pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 runs, did strike 3 guys out, but Myrtle Beach comes away with the 4-1 win. Both teams have a 1-0 lead in those playoff series. Well, last week we were telling you about Nate Eachus, the Hazleton area product, who's just running rampant up at Colgate. Well, that senior running back was recognized by College Football Performance for his achievement last Saturday. Eachus earned College Football Performance Awards an honorable mention. Eachus ran for a game-high 165 yards and had the game-winning touchdown in overtime. His teammate on that in that win, Gavin McCartney, he was named honorable mention by them as well. And speaking of football honors, Penn State fans will be happy to hear this. United States Senator Pat Toomey and Representative Glenn Thompson nominated Joe Paterno for the prestigious Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. Of course, it's for his substantial contributions to college athletics, higher education, and American society. Well, it's all brought to you by Bottlenecks. And on this Thursday night, Bottlenecks reminds you to stop up and enjoy all the good stuff that Bottlenecks has to offer. Remember, the kitchen is open till midnight each and every night.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks, but now a new tasty reason to stop by. Brand new fire-grilled ribs. A half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, fire-grilled to perfection. And the best night to give them a try is Thursday for Rack 'em Up Rib Night, featuring the delicious ribs served with bottomless fries for only $9.95. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks.
At Slessor Law, we know accidents don't always happen between 9 and 5. That's why our lawyers are available around the clock to give you advice if someone you love has been injured or killed in an accident. It's important to protect your rights. I'm attorney Chris Slessor. Call us. We'll be there.
Luzerne County needs Dick Hughes as judge. With the highest ethical rating possible, he'll bring integrity to our court. Dick Hughes, a quarter-century of broad-based legal experience in the courtroom, and as a criminal prosecutor, he's endorsed by law enforcement. Dick Hughes, committed to running an efficient court that saves tax dollars. Vote Dick Hughes for judge. The right person, the right time.
All right, well, the rain has slowed for now. We could see some more tonight into tomorrow, but the amount of rainfall left behind sparked Governor Tom Corbett's issue a level 1 state of emergency for Pennsylvania. That's the highest it gets, folks. That went into effect at 4 o'clock. The Susquehanna just north of us in Wilkes-Barre is expected to crest at about 40.7 feet. Floodgates protect up to 41 feet. Of course, everyone has the Agnes flood on their minds right now. We've been hearing of power outages, flooding, roads washed away, health concerns, lack of water, people needing shelter. Pretty much anything you can think of is happening right now. It's a very tragic time in northeast Pennsylvania and also parts of central Pennsylvania. Lots of road closings, folks. Some interstates closed down. So roadways up to Wilkes-Barre closed down. As a matter of fact, a lot of roads in Wilkes-Barre are closed this evening. No word on school for tomorrow here in the Hazleton Area School District. So as of right now, it is on. So if that changes, we, of course, will bring that to you throughout the evening tonight. We'll continue to keep an eye on things. You continue to keep an eye on things and make sure you take all the warnings seriously. If you have family up north or in central PA, make sure you call them, check on them, and see if they are safe and sound tonight. You're taking a look at a video of a water rescue from yesterday here in our area in Butler, Township. So this is a very serious thing. Folks, officials in Luzerne County are calling it the real deal. So take it, be safe. And of course, all of us here at News 13 are thinking about everyone who's affected by this horrible weather event. That does it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. If you want to catch this newscast again, tune in throughout tonight and into your morning, and you can check us out at ssptv.com. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.